Hello everyone, welcome to another video. You might be wondering, why am I here this time? And it's not a, what if video on the series that I'm doing, even though that one got knows for and it's not officially a series yet. Well, today I have a concept for Sprunki Phase 3. Yes, I know, Sprunki. If you want, you can leave now, okay? I'm giving you the option. Hold on, let me actually move the camera and put my Alexa, which was kind of propping up the camera over here. So, this concept has never been done before. So, what if in Phase 3, the characters got other treatments from other characters? Now, for some lore, you can skip to whenever the next timestamp pops up. I'm probably gonna edit in. I mean, if I don't, maybe it'll pop up now or something. I don't know. But so for lore, JEVIN in this timeline manages to take Black's powers away from him and seals Black in a cage, since he was evil in Phase 2. And then he manages to uninfect Simon, which Simon's treatment didn't go away yet, but he was back to his normal self. But then Black's powers overtook JEVIN, and now JEVIN is possessed by evil. Simon managed to run away and grab one of JEVIN's coats. And now Black came back, but now with Simon's treatment, and also feeling kind of carnivorous. So today, we're going to go ahead and speak about this new saga I'm making. At first, this was going to be like a one-off thing, but then I decided, let's make it a saga! And that is it for the lore. Now, disclaimer, I did use a spinner wheel to give the treatments to the characters, so... But anyways, I hope nonetheless you enjoy this video, and if you do, and the support, I might make a Phase 4 early. Anyways, let's get into it. Starting off with our first character, Oren. Oren's role is a killer, and he got Wenda's treatment. So, in this timeline, Oren woke up still with his chest injury, but he was overpowered by JEVIN to become a new killer. He grabbed a rod, that may or may not have fallen off a sky, and also bandaged up his wound. You might think those were bandages, but no, guess what? Those were guns. So yeah, Oren hasn't also cleaned off the blood from his eyes yet, but he is kind of crazy now. And that is it for Oren. He hasn't really changed much in my opinion, but Raddy, oh, I have a good idea for him. For our second character, Raddy. Now, his role is dead, and his switch is Garnold. So, as you can see, he was put in a springlock suit. His head is looking down. You can see that his body is there, and the rope that was actually hanging him in Phase 2 is being used to hang the springlock head. Trust me, in Phase 4, it's gonna be, And if you're wondering who put him in here, it was Wenda. And why it wasn't Oren is because, actually, Wenda, okay, so, kind of forgot, so I had to write it down. Yes, I did kind of forget. Apologies, my friends. So, Wenda was, well, okay, how do I say this? Well, I'll say, Wenda, meanwhile, was doing all the, killing, and Oren is, Oren just got revived, I'll say that. So, now, let's move on to our third character. Our third character is Clukr. Now, his role is a living corpse, and his switch was gray, surprisingly. Now, Clukr is alive, but not in the way you see. See, look, that's a curse of living orb. So unless someone cuts that from him, or manages to put it inside of him and heal him, I suppose. Clukr, all he can do now is just feel pain. And decomposition. So yeah, if you're wondering who did the Curse of Living It, that was Black this time, because you know, JEVIN and Black are the evil ones in this saga. And now moving on to our fourth character, we got Funbot. Now his role is alive/injured, and his switch, as you can see, is Brud. As you can see, he got bitten on the opposite side instead of where Brud was bitten. So look. On his visor, it says error. See, it cuts out. And, there's actually blue blood coming out from the injury. It's kind of inspired by, the Definitive Saga. And fun fact, Simon actually did that before JEVIN, healed him from his evilness that was put in him by Black. That was before, okay? Okay. Now, our final character, sorry, my apologies, is Vineria. Now, she was infected in phase 2, but in this timeline, when she was about to start mutating, she was shot 4 times. That was actually my assignment, fun fact. And, someone else, when finding her body, took out the, eyes and just hung them somewhere. Yeah. Her roll is shot and her switch is Tunner, and I'm sure I already said that, but let's move on to the next one. Coming in now, we have Gray. His roll is stabbed by thorns, and his switch is Sky. Now, as you can see, he's stabbed with 1 from here to here, 1 right here, and 2 in the ears. Now, he is alive but injured, and he will be able to heal himself up. He will. And if you're wondering who actually, injured him, he's still alive, but who injured him was our next character, actually, Brud. Now, Brud's role is Vines, and his switch is Vineria. Fun fact, in this timeline, Vineria's plant infection actually crawled out of her body and went inside Brud to possess him, in a sense. His fingernails turned into thorns, and now he has spores on his body. He actually is gonna get healed in phase 4 into like a new vine demon, and it'll be insane. I'm just gonna say that. Now, as our 8th character, we got Garnold. His role, as you can see, is infected, and his switch is Durple. So, as you can see, he broke the mouth part of the suit by extending his own mouth very long and breaking out of it. And he's starting to come out of his suit. Fun fact, the suit may or may not be used by another character as armor soon. You'll see who. So actually, fun fact about Owakcx right here, the reason why his role is cheat and his switch was himself, the wheel landed on Owakcx on Owakcx's turn. So, I made Owakcx get, basically mauled. As you can see, those are the remains of his body skin. His layer of meat is discovered. There's a ripped open part with his guts and his ribs falling out. There's a lung, one of his ribs, and another one down here that is kind of hard to see. As you can see, Owakcx kind of cheated, so, yeah. Next up, we have Sky. Now, Sky's switch was Raddy, and his role is undeserved death, because, I mean, dude, the guy's 14, come on! And, fun fact, this is a kind of like the swap treatment that Sky got from, Raddy. Because Sky is swap with Raddy and swap. So I kind of wanted to do it sideways, actually. This is from, like, another rope. And may or not be a vine that was actually taken from Vineria's wig. Fun fact, just, saying that. Moving on to Mr. Sun. he switches Mr. Tree and his roll is turning gray. He's starting to turn gray all around his body. But this one right here is actually a tear. So yeah, Mr. Sun, he is alive in a sense, but like, now Durple is switched with Clukr. So Durple got his head sliced, but here's the thing, that ink demon right there is, actually the infection that was in Durple that climbed out of his body in his own size, and is actually going to reinfect Durple. Yes, he's going to reinfect Durple. Coming in, now we have Mr. Tree. He was gouged out, and his switch is Oren. As you can see, there's a giant hole inside of him, and then there's 4 eyes looking at you. His leaves are starting to turn green again, and he's starting to lose his infection. Why did you fall down? It wasn't supposed to fall, guys. Wait a minute, did I just do a Fall Guys reference? Next up, we have Simon. Now, he managed to find one of JEVIN's hoods, and kind of has powers now from JEVIN. And his role is uninfecting, and his switch is obviously JEVIN. Hehe. Tunner's switch is Pinki. So, as you can see, Tunner got some of his face gone, and his, yeah, here and here. His roll is ripped open, and his switch has... Is that the right way or not? Hold on. Oh, wrong way, my apologies. His switch is Pinki. Yeah, Tunner got it bad. Now, Mr. Fun Computer is actually alive, and his switch is Funbot, and his roll is obviously alive. See? See? He's kind of glitchy because in my theory, and that is, episode 2. Phase 2, he had a kill switch inside of him. Or what I like to call a glitch death code. And also his tail got kind of damaged, but he's alive nonetheless. Now we on to Wenda, which got switched from Mr. Sun. Her eye mutated and actually consumed her other eye and mouth. And now she has a giant eye, and there's actually a lot of blood all over her now. And her switch is Mr. Sun, and her role is mass murder. It's supposed to be mass murderer, but I kind of ran out of paper to write it on, so, yeah. Now we have Pinki, who her role is glitch, and her switch is Mr. Fun Computer. The ripped open part of her face actually got consumed by an unknown entity, glitching her out. Coming up next, we have JEVIN. As you see, his role is evil / slaughterer, and his switch is black. I think. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be like this way. My apologies again. As you see, JEVIN is starting to grow something like wings. His hair is getting longer, and his body is starting to go a little bit skinny. And finally, black. The face. The face kind of creeps me out even. Like, as you can see, he has 3 eyes and a yellow hat now, and there's Simon's icon up there. And his switch is obviously Simon. I decided to put it on the front and the back, so you had to flip it to the back to see the switch. But you can also kind of make it out on the front. Well, I just realized, on the camera, there's actually kind of a neat detail that I see. This is unintentional, but like, look, on the back, for some reason the camera shows this one backwards instead of the front. And on the front it shows that one right side forward. That's actually kind of cool. But with that, that is the end of Sprunki Phase 3 Switched Chaotic Reality. That's going to be the name of this saga. SCR. Switched Chaos Reality. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I had fun making the designs and thinking of the concept. So If y'all really liked it, go ahead and like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time, and peace!